Yeah, blessing sports trackers. Welcome back to the channel. Just want to take this opportunity to welcome those persons who are here for the very first time. And if you are here for the very first time, I'm going to ask you please to do me a favor and go ahead and subscribe. And after you have subscribed, if you wish to continue getting notifications from this channel, simply click the notification bell so that you will be notified each time I put out a new video. Also want to thank the returning viewers and subscribers. Thank you very much for your continued support. Alright, sports trackers, today we want to discuss the issue that everybody is basically talking about. The issue of ISSA placing a reduction on the number of foreign athletes that can compete in their various competitions. Right now, I'm just going to go ahead and read an article that I came across relating to this particular issue. Starting September this year, the Inter-Secondary Schools Association, ISSA, will implement a quota system to limit the number of foreign nationals that can compete in high school competitions under the organization's umbrella. President of ISSA, Keith Wellington, told the Observer Online on Tuesday that principals voted in January to put the system in place starting September 2023, when the academic year starts. The quota system will mirror the one that was introduced a few years ago, restricting the number of students who transferred from one school to another to play sports. The system will see 3 players each for football, cricket, and hockey, 2 each for each class in track and field, and 2 each for basketball and netball. However, there will be some exemptions, such as children of Jamaican nationals who are returning to Jamaica, members of the diplomatic corps, and foreigners under the age of 16 years old, according to the ISSA head. It was also reported that approximately 100 foreigners, mainly from the Eastern Caribbean and as far as East Africa, represented schools at the recently concluded ISSA Grace Kennedy Boys and Girls Championship. Now, sports trackers, a lot of persons have been expressing their views on this issue on social media, right? I would have done an article commenting on the Africans that came here, that are coming here to represent these schools. And some persons have been saying, they don't agree with ISSA's ruling, while others are saying this rule is long overdue. Right now, sports trackers, I tend to agree with the latter. I think this rule is in fact long overdue. Right, because if you look on this article and where ISSA is coming from, ISSA is possibly looking at the fact that these students are coming in large numbers, and when they come, think about 100 and odd foreign students participating in Boys and Girls Championship. What that means to me, sports trackers, is that over 100 local students, right, Jamaican-born students, did not get a chance to run or participate at the Boys and Girls Championship because they were replaced by foreign nationals, right? If we want to continue developing our athletics tradition, we need to ensure that as many local, as many Jamaican, as many citizens of Jamaica get a chance to participate. And when we continue taking these foreign athletes in large numbers, right, then what it means is that less Jamaicans will get a chance to compete. So I think that is one of the things that ISSA is looking at, right? And I personally do not have anything against foreign athletes, and if you notice, ISSA has not completely put a ban on them coming. What ISSA has done is to reduce the number of foreign nationals that are coming and competing for our schools, right? Which will basically give local students an opportunity, right? More local students an opportunity to participate, and I think that is only fair. And personally, sports trackers, I think one of the things that would have prompted ISSA's decision is basically the fact that we see a large number of Africans coming now. Because if we think about it, students from the Caribbean were coming to Jamaica long time, right? We can think as far back as Delano Williams, and there might have been more before him. Right? So Caribbean students were always coming, but they came few and far between. But nowadays we see a large influx of Africans coming to Jamaican schools. And what is their main purpose here? To help the schools to win boys and girls championship. So it's not like they're coming because they are fascinated by our education system. They are coming basically to help schools to win boys and girls championships. So they are coming for our own individual selfish gains. Right? So if that is the case, then I have to say that I agree with ISSA's ruling. Right? And I think one of the things that it does, sports trackers, is that I think it will affect the development of coaches in our high school systems. Because if we continue to get these ready-made athletes from Africa, right, the coaches don't have to coach because they are already getting athletes that are ready to perform. So basically, it will retard the growth and the development of not only our students, but our coaches as well. So we won't need coaches anymore, but what we will need are good managers that will be able to manage these athletes, right? So I think ISSA made a good decision right there. Another thing that we need to look on sports trackers is that for far too long we have been hearing about our schools being overcrowded, right? And students fight for desk and chair simply because our schools are overcrowded and there are not many resources. There are not many resources to cater for the number of students in our schools. So if we have a system where our schools are overcrowded, if you look in some schools, sports trackers, you will find as many as 40 students or even more in one class. Right? So where are we getting spaces to facilitate these Africans and these foreign students if we continue to accommodate them in large numbers? Right? So I think that is one of the things that ISSA probably would have looked at. And another thing is that I hear a lot of persons talking about, I hope we don't get upset when USA decides to put a reduction on the number of Jamaicans that they accept into their schools. We cannot compare our system with USA, right? America, they have the accommodation, they have the spaces, they need the students. America recruits students from all over the world, right? And they recruit these students because the spaces are there and they need these students to make their collegiate system work, right? We do not need these athletes for our system to work, right? We are recruiting them for our own selfish reasons, right? If I can just make an analogy, right? A lot of Jamaicans go to America and they find work because there are a lot of jobs there that Americans are not willing to do, right? So Jamaicans go there and they are accommodated, so they get these jobs. Are we in a position to take people from America and give them jobs? No, we're not. So, we can't compare ourselves with America. So basically, sports trackers, I agree with ISSA 100%. And I think this rule is long overdue. So that is my view on the whole situation, sports trackers. Please let me know what you think in the comment section. Blessings.